Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's readings. Wouldn't it be nice if we were experiencing more love this winter? Wouldn't it be awesome to meet someone new, whether it's a friend or a special friend, but to have that spark of life? And as I light up the Palo Santo today, knowing that our deepest longings matter to the divine, that we are designed to to have connection with one another, even if it's hard. And so I'm just using the Palo Santo to lift up our desires and our longings to spirit, that we could submit ourselves to the wisdom that is available to us through our inner being. That part of you that is connected to the divine is filled with grace and wisdom for you. And today I'm excited to pull out our divine oracle for today's reading. This would be available on the request sheet, and I'm going to put that link here for you in just a moment. Let me just tune in. I've got to get my devices all lined up. And yes, we are going to have 3 choices for our readings today. And I have a surprise for you because I got a new how can I call it? They're not cards. Well, yes, they are. They're cards, but it's very different. I found a jar of positive sunflower messages, and I'm going to draw these little messages for everyone that would like one too, so you can just bloom your soul. When it comes to love, sometimes we can attract the wrong kind of people. Can we agree? Sometimes we can attract people who end up hurting our feelings. It's not a long term relationship, it can be a short term, volatile relationship. And sometimes we can get confused about what it is and what love is and how we can go about experiencing more of it. So, if you would like to have a reading today, I am your girl. Let me put in the information so you can order up your reading right now. And remember, this sunflower reading is free today. So, order your sunflower reading, or I'm going to put message because it's really a message right here. And I'll put the link. Okay, perfect. Let me get that squared away. There we go. So you will receive your sunflower message by registering at the website that you're looking at right now. Manifest Faster is where I am housing all of my readings, the free ones and the paid ones. The $4.99 level today to receive your divine oracle, to receive a message from the true love cards, that's $4.99. And if you want to jump in for a deep dive, you can experience that with my Wake Me Up tarot. I have so many tarot decks and I love them all, but when I got this one, it's just been incredible with the illustrations and the stories that come out with them. So, those are your choices today. Hi, Sandra. Welcome. Thank you so much for. Oh, I have to make sure that I'm plugged into power. Thank you for the tip that you sent me, Sandra. That was so kind of you and unexpected. So, I wanted to thank you for that. If you would like to have me pull a sunflower card for you today, go ahead and register, and I'm happy to do it. Okay, now my computer is plugged in. I don't want to lose track of everything. Okay, good deal. Hey, Sandra. Yes, absolutely. Sandra, you've been following me for such a long time. Appreciate you deeply. And I am eager to open these cards today. So let me open this one, bring it out and get it ready. Okay, excellent. All right, who's going to be the first one for a live message? I think what I'm going to do is pull one of our oracle cards for a theme for today's readings, which is Is love going to find you this winter? Is love going to find you? Friendships, romance, whatever it is. Let's pick an oracle card from the True Love deck that will be our overriding energy throughout everyone's reading today, because Spirit does want for us to find people, to find our people, people that get you, people that understand you. What is it that Spirit has for us today? Okay, let's draw a card. You know what? I'm going to take the card from the bottom of the deck. I love the symbology of that. It's what we are not seeing, what we're not aware of in this search for love. And it is the divine feminine. Very interesting. Okay, I'm just going to put this down here, and I'm going to just lay my little shell right there. So we are G-rated. But the divine feminine, what does that mean for us? What does it mean? I'm going to give two little interpretations here. The first one is for my female viewers, because the divine feminine for me, I was born a tomboy. I have 7 brothers. I dressed like a teenage boy, t-shirts and jeans and that sort of thing. And it has been a challenge for me to understand my own femininity, who I am as a woman. And especially because I've been single a long time. And even when I was married to men who were not very well, how can I say this gently? They were just not easy for me. And so I had to shoulder a lot of responsibility and take on some masculine traits of productivity and creativity, and being involved with people who were not supportive. Okay. So because of that, I kind of let my divine feminine go dormant. Now, interestingly enough, on Friday, you guys, I had an incredible experience. I'm volunteering at the thrift shop in my little town that feeds the homeless and provides these wonderful clothing and other household goods that people don't have use for anymore. And when I was volunteering on Friday, a man came in with some of his wife's clothing that he was donating. And to make a very long story very, very short, she was my size. When I tried on these sweaters, 6 different sweaters that fit me like they were made for me, and they're feminine and beautiful, 3 jackets and 6 sweaters. And I know they don't charge much at the resale shop, but I don't want to go overboard. So I put all of my things together and I went up to the front and I showed the woman the things I had picked. And she said, "That will be $5." I'm not kidding. I had tears in my eyes. I, as we are getting to understand that the divine is providing for us, if we would only let it in. When I brought those sweaters home and tried all of them on, my divine feminine was shining from me, because it's been a long time since I just had cute clothes, because I'm just living a more simple life right now. And it was so exciting. And then the lady did a brief devotional at the volunteer center, and she had us all say the Lord's Prayer. You may be familiar with that. And with the Lord's Prayer, she said, "You know what? The Lord did not say, 'Give us this day our monthly bread. Give us this day our yearly bread. Give us this day our daily bread.' And can we turn to the divine every day for our provision?" So anyway, I just had to share that with you. So in spite of myself, universe is turning me into more of the divine feminine archetype. So I believe for today's readings, everyone's probably going to have a vibe around being more receptive. Can we receive the love that's being offered to us? Only if you're activating your divine feminine. Okay. If you have questions about that, you can put it into the chat, and I'm happy to explain more, or maybe even draw another card for it. Okay, so thank you. This is our theme for the day. I'm just going to set this aside because I'm going to bringing the card out for reference. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'm Catherine, and this is Pattern Breaker Tarot. And all of my readings here this morning are for people that are curious. Is love coming for us this wintertime? I wonder. Anyway, I have a story about that. I'll tell it to you shortly. But I see Sandra is here wanting the sunflower surprise. Now, Sandra, these are not yes, no questions, okay? What we're doing today, and what I'm starting to do a little bit more of now that the new year is here, is to imagine what if Spirit wanted you to know something, Sandra? Yana, welcome, my friend. So glad to see you. Okay, so what if Spirit was tapping you on the shoulder saying, Sandra, I have a message for you. It doesn't have to do with your career or your love life. It has to do with our relationship because Spirit loves you, whether you know it or not, whether you can feel it or not. Spirit is faithful and always here with love messages. And I love this idea. So in this jar, look at all the little messages in there. There's how many of them? I think 60. And it says, sometimes you forget your shine, excuse me, sometimes you forget you shine bright. That's why this little sunflower jar is here to remind you that you are made of light and God loves you so much. So I think what would be easiest if I put them out or dumped them out and just, oh, never mind, I'm just being too fussy. Okay, Sandra, let's reach into the jar and pick your special message from Spirit. What does Spirit want Sandra to know today? Here is your message. Hi, Tony. Sunflowers. Thank you. I love that you use that emoji here for us. I personally do love sunflowers, don't you? Okay, Sandra, are you ready? Let's look at what Spirit has for you today. These are the cutest little cards ever. I love them. Well, Sandra, it's hard to open. So the first message for you is do you find it hard to be open, Sandra? Do you have guardedness and fears about the future, right? Because as I'm trying to open this, it's not letting me. So the very first note for you for 2026 is being more open to what Spirit has for you, okay? Even though I don't know how, I'm learning to be open now. Even though I don't know how, I'm learning to be open now. A wonderful affirmation. Let's take a peek. There is power in your softness. Okay. There is power in your softness. Okay, for you, Sandra, this is just fantastic. Now, the number 58, or is that 53? 53 is in there. So you do want to Google the spiritual or angelic meaning of the number 53, and you will be receiving a special blessing. So sometimes, and this goes exactly with our divine feminine. Today's theme card for the readings is how can we leverage the feminine energy available to us when so many of us have had to be so strong, right, Sandra? We had to do things for ourselves, take care of ourselves, take care of others, and it can cause us to be hard, not hard hearted like being mean, but just hard on ourselves because of the perfectionism that we demand all the time. And so, as you soften, as you allow softness, that soft feminine energy to be more real for you, you're going to feel your inner guidance more clearly. When you are wondering about a new job or you're wondering, is love going to find me? Whatever it is, your ability to receive is always going to be called into focus. Okay, Sandra? So, softness. If you don't have anything, buy something pink. Pink is a soft color. Any pastel. Um, uh, Pieces of fabric that feel soft. I'm right now, I'm wearing a sweater and I wish you guys could feel it. I mean, it's so soft. And when I pet my arm, but it's soft and it's giving me a visceral feeling of softness. Do you have a pet, Sandra? And you pet their fur and feel softness? So an affirmation to go for you with this card today is even though I don't know how, I'm learning to be softer now. even though I don't know how, I'm learning to be softer now. And that's how you can take your little sunflower and you can leverage it for today. Okay. Yes, with your cat and your dog. Absolutely. And I think what I might do is just line these up here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Everybody that gets a sunflower reading, we're going to have a little sunflower garden here. Okay. Yes, in a way, we are at our softest when we're with our pets, aren't we? Because the pets do bless our lives so much, and that your heart is softer toward your pet, and also you get to feel softness. Remember, growing the ability to feel softer about life is key. Okay, so I think I'll put this here in the middle. Can you see that? Okay. I need a little, maybe I should just not do that idea. Okay, so who's next? What's happening? If anybody who's watching, you guys, so easy to get yourself a little sunflower reading. All you need to do, well, they're messages. They're not, well, yes, it's a reading because I'm reading your energy, of course. But if you would like to have a little sunflower of your own, it's here for you. I think I will put this here so people know what the sunflowers are about. All right, next, I am going to demonstrate for you a deep dive. I have my tarot deck here. And when it comes to finding some loving experience quick before Valentine's Day, right? Because we got through the holidays and now, doggone it, Valentine's Day's coming. And if you don't have someone, or if you're with someone that's not treating you right, or you just want to have a better friendship that's developing, what is it? What kind of love, if it showed up this winter, would be life changing for you? Now, the tarot will give us a deep dive. And so if you're here right now, there's no accident. Thank you for scrolling by my reading today. I'm Catherine, and I welcome you. Today's readings are all about understanding the love that's available to us if we only open our hearts. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards for you to demonstrate how the tarot can help you with a deep dive. So if you're here and there is something missing hi, Too Young. There's something missing in your life. You feel unsatisfied. You do want to experience more love this year for sure. What does Spirit have for you? Now, for those of you who are just joining, I do have little sunshine notes that are here for you from the sunflowers, and I'm more than happy to draw a card for you. All you have to do is register. Those of you who have been here before, you know the drill. Go to manifestfaster.com and it puts you into line for a free reading. If you would like to have a deep dive like I'm going to demonstrate right now, that will be just $11.11 for those of you who want to splurge today. But this is for the collective. So as you are here in this collective, what that means is that you have a desire for more love. Spirit knows that, and Spirit is going to show you something special with these tarot cards. You can claim the reading to be your own by just typing into the chat, "This reading is for me." All right, let's draw our cards. This is the first card, the Magician. Okay, beautiful card to come up in a love reading because magic is possible. Again, it doesn't matter if you're looking for love from a good friend that's coming into your future or a love interest. The cards themselves are telling a story of what's possible. And if you apply yourself, it will be possible for you. And we have the Five of Swords. So there's been some betrayal, hasn't there? There's been some difficulty. When it comes to feeling loved, there's been a gap. The way the people in your life have treated you over time has caused you to feel like you don't trust. Love has an agenda attached to it. Love is complicated and hurtful. And right when you think you find the right person and you're really sensing it's magical, just like that, let me snap my, just like that, things can turn around and go south on you. And here we have the Queen of Cups. And the thing is about you is that you never give up. You never give up. And I appreciate that about you. That even though love has been painful and disappointing, And the word family, it keeps coming to my mind right now. Sometimes, isn't it true that the way we were brought up, our families have almost interfered with our ability to see ourselves in a successful, loving relationship? Notice how our Queen of Cups has her eyes closed. She's been working on something, hasn't she? She's been trying to create. And right now, look how she has her brush in her hand. She's pausing. What do you think she's doing? What do you think she's doing? Is it possible that she's turning to spirit? That she's deciding, you know what? I'm not so good at picking partners. Even when I pick friendships, they seem to have drama, drama, drama. And yet I know I am magical. I have found some wonderful relationships in the past. They just didn't last. And now I don't want to mess around anymore. I want to design my love experience with spirit, not in spite of spirit. Spirit knows you better than you know yourself. That's part of your magic. When you connect deeply to spirit, you begin to see what's possible in a whole different way. And so, what you're not seeing, let me just pull from the bottom of the deck, what you're not seeing in your search for love in 2026 is the 10 of Wands. Okay, what you're not seeing is you are working too hard. You're working too hard. You're carrying so many burdens. In fact, I would guess that you pick up other people's problems, that you feel that you have to help. It's like being compelled. You see their problem, you see how troubled they are, and the more you love them, the harder it is. It's hard to let someone you love carry their own burdens. But what spirit wants for you today? And there's no accident that you hear, Courtney, welcome, my friend. Hi, Candace, Riva, welcome. I got so wrapped up in this reading. This is for the collective. So if you're resonating, claim it. It's yours because spirit wants to help you unburden yourself. Spirit wants for you to put all that stuff down. And I bet you can't even imagine doing that. Now, I have goosebumps all over my upper body right now. And the reason that I tell you that is because when I'm doing readings, every now and then, a flush of energy will wash over my body, and I might yawn or I might get goosebumps. And that always tells me stop and pay attention. I was 50 years old before I understood that goosebumps were not just to show you that you're cold. I spent the first 50 years of my life with no knowledge that goosebumps were a spiritual messenger, right? I didn't have any idea. Now I understand. Goosebumps are a sign from spirit 100%, and it means stop and pay attention. What are you listening to right now? What are you seeing right now? Because the reality is that your goosebumps are a sign from spirit to you personally. I'm not in the room with you, and yet hearing my voice may just help you calm, right? If you're anxious, there are people on the planet, I'm so lucky to be one of them, that my voice carries energy that helps people feel calm. That's why you come back here again and again. You think it's me, but it's not. It's spirit drawing you to a place to learn how to feel safer. Okay. So as you watch this reading, remember, you have the magic. The freer you are to be your true self, the more you will attract people who get you. You have been in situations where people have cheated or lied or been mean to you. Guess what? You're a human. We all have experienced that. There's a part of you that dearly wants connection. There's a part of you that dearly longs to have your own person. But all the creativity you've done on your own has not worked, right? So turn to spirit, would you? Turn to spirit today. Put that in the comments. I turn to spirit today. Go ahead. Write it in there. In fact, I'm going to write it in there because I need it. Wait till I tell you guys what happened to me on Friday. I turn my burdens over to spirit. Put it in there. Agree. Come into agreement. Another way, you can hit the thumbs up. Same thing. When you hit the thumbs up, it brings you into connection with this energy. No kidding. I don't understand how it works, but it does. So, hi, Surin. Yes, the free reading today is these little sunflower messages. I will pull a sunflower message for anyone that wants to feel the sunny love of spirit today. And that all you do to receive that reading is to go right over to my website and you will sign up for it. Okay. So let me add the website here. Once again, I'm going to do that for you during the entire reading to make it easy. Yes. Now there are two readings for sale. They are an oracle card reading coming from this deck. If you want to have a direct love reading today, that's just $4.95. And then to receive a tarot reading like this from me live today, it's $11.11. Okay, so let's move forward. And we have Yana. Yana, my friend from Norway. I would love to know what the weather is like in Norway today. Today, for us, it's cold here in Tennessee, but the sun is out. And even though it's cold and I need to bundle up to take Murphy for his walk later, it's okay because with the sun out, it makes it easier to be outside, doesn't it? So, are you having a sunny day or a cloudy day over there in Norway? And isn't it wonderful how the internet helps us to be together, even though we live so far apart? I'm so grateful for that. Oh, it's cold. So we're cold together. So I'm wearing one of my favorite sweaters today, Yana. I love it's so soft. And guess what? I'm not going to tell that part. All right. So let's move forward and let's grab the jar. I'm going to put this over here. This is what the free readings are today. Little notes, little sunflower notes. I'm going to reach deep into the jar. We're having similar weather. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, let me reach in here and draw Yana a sunflower message. Okay. Aren't these the cutest, you guys? I'm always looking for different ways to read. And do you know what I consider myself? I consider myself an edutainer. And an edutainer is somebody who educates and entertains. I made it up. But anyway, so that's what we're here for today. So these little messages, looking for a focus for the week, absolutely love it, love it. And I will say, Yana, the very first thing that came to me when I picked this card up is self love. And as I think of the idea, will you find love this winter? Isn't it something to think that it could mean, will you find a new version of love for yourself this winter? I know I personally need that message because I can be so hard on myself and I don't like that part of my personality. I'm learning to manage, but understanding self love is something I want to focus on in 2026. Yana, how about you? So let's open your little card from Spirit, see what we have. Even when the sky is cloudy, a sunflower still knows the sun is there. Yana, what a great message for you today. Your number for the day is the number 28. So you will want to look up the spirit meaning of 28 because there will be a special message there for you. So it's true that when you've been through a struggle and things have been complicated, personalities that you have to deal with are difficult. They don't understand how to connect, and you work extra hard to know how to connect. These kinds of things can block us from knowing how very dear we are to spirit. We can get so distracted by humans that act badly, right? So that's what a cloudy day would be. You're a wonderful person, Yana. Your heart is so tender and your desire to serve people who need you. You are courageous in the face of uncertainty. You are. And so because of that, learning how to know that even though it's cloudy, the sun is still there. So your homework my dear Yana, is next time there's a cloudy day, I want you to go outside and look up and say, even though I can't see it, I know the sun is still there. Now, I know it might sound silly, but it's not, because we need to remind ourselves, even though we don't feel connected to spirit, spirit is connected to us. Even though we don't feel loved, the truth is we are loved. Got it? So wonderful card for you. Thank you so much, Yana. I'm so tickled that you keep returning to the readings because I really enjoy your spirit, and I'm happy to pull. I'm going to make a little garden of our cards up here today. I'm delighted that you were here for this new set of messages. Oopsie, from the sunflowers. Let me just move that over. I think I'll tuck this into here a little bit so we have room for lots of people. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for being part of my garden today. Okay, let's look at who's next. All right. Thank you guys for being patient as I do operate my machines. What small joy or positive surprise is coming into your life soon? Tony, welcome. I love that. Let's see what the sunflower is for you. And if you're enjoying these little cards, be sure to hit the thumbs up. That just indicates to me when I choose to do my live readings, I will always return to the readings that y'all love. Okay. So, oh gosh, you are welcome, and special love to you, Yana. You know you are. Now don't tell everybody else that's listening, but you're one of my favorite people. Now don't tell. Okay, let's go. Before we go forward, some of you may be brand new here. And so I want you to understand these free readings coming from the sunflowers. That's what we're doing today for free. For the second reading, it's the divine love oracle of the day is the true love reading cards. And after Tony's reading, I'm going to do a true love reading card for the collective before I move forward to our fourth reading that's waiting. And then, if you want a deep dive live right now, today, you want the tarot to give you deep wisdom on finding love this winter, we are using the Wake Me Up Tarot. Now, I love this tarot because it does not let you escape from yourself. Have you ever tried to escape from yourself? It's hard to face the changes we need to make to get the love we're needing. So, the tarot reading, you can get a deep dive today, right now, from me for $11.11. If I can serve you in that way, let me know. Everything's available to you at manifestfaster.com. So, thank you for playing the game with me today. So, Tony, let's draw. Tony, I think you're new. I don't remember your name. Are you new here at our pattern breaking live streams? All right, let's draw. We reach in. And if you could tell me where you live, I would love to know. Well, welcome, Tony. Go ahead and let me know where you are watching from. I would love to know. Okay, pulling a special message for our friend Tony, a new friend. Okay, now, Tony, very interesting thing happened. While I was drawing your sunflower, I felt, oh, Sweden, oh, hey, Sweden. As I was trying to reach your card, I felt like there were other cards kind of sticking to it. And so the first thing I thought of is, do you have some humans in your life that stick like glue, even though you don't want them to? Mhm. That maybe that you have certain annoying friends or family members that get on your nerves, that you feel stuck to people. Does that resonate at all? I just kind of picked that idea up here. And sometimes in our search for love from our family or from a lover or whoever, we can feel guarded because we can feel that people can get too close to us, or that it's hard to trust people, hard to find the truth of what exactly you want when it comes to love. So let's see what your card is. First of all, your number today is the number 54. All right, Tony. And this is kind of, now I didn't see this before you guys are seeing it with me, but I was feeling that energy that you are involved, Tony, in some kind of, um, the word confrontation comes to me, chaos, disorder. Okay, so I sense that it's it's got you kind of trapped in thinking patterns that are not doing you any good. Because if you were here and you were able to hear Yana's reading, it was similar. Because if it's cloudy, if you're not sure, you're not hearing from spirit, it can be easy to fall down and your mood would fall down. So the promise for you, Tony, whatever is going on, it's temporary and you will rise from the situation that you are in. There is not a storm that's permanent. Think about it. When rain comes, it could be thundering and lightning and carrying on, but it passes. And this is your message today. Whatever has been troubling you, know that it's passing. Okay. Now, the number 54, it does, if I add it together, it's the number 9. And I love that because 9 is a number that signifies something coming to an end. Okay, so do look up, just Google the spiritual meaning of 54, and you will receive a surprise. I promise you. And now, the rest of you, if you just tuned in and you were listening and it resonated with you, don't be surprised. Birds of a feather flock together, and my readings tend to attract people with similar interests and desires. Tony, there you have it. Now, remember, you guys, if you want more information, there are 2 ways to receive more information today. One is through our True Love Oracle. And I'm going to pick a card right now for the collective because you guys are here, you're watching right now. Let's draw a card from the Divine Love deck for you. This is $4.95 to receive a personal reading. And also, I do draw tarot for those of you who want a reading right now from the tarot that will let us dive deep when it comes to love for you in this winter. $11.11 will buy you that reading. Okay, so as we look at these cards, what is it Spirit has for the collective? Those of you who are gathered right here, right now, if you would really love to absorb this love reading more deeply, hit the thumbs up right now. Would you? Go ahead, hit that thumbs up, or you can also hit the heart little gizmo over here like this. You'll see it at the right of the chat window. That will also connect you to the energy. If you want to order yourself a reading or have your own sunflower card drawn, all you have to do is register right there. Sunflower messages today. Courtney, I love it. She would like to have a sunflower. It's a gray day, but isn't it true? So you can do the experiment today, Courtney, where you can walk outside and you can say to yourself, even though I don't know how, I know the sun is up there somehow, right? Okay, so let's draw. Now, Courtney, I hope you don't mind waiting for just a bit while I pull a love card for the collective. And can I tell you guys some private news? Those of you who are here, I had something really remarkable happen on Friday. I am single, and I really love being single, primarily because I love the peace and safety of my home with only me in it. With Murphy and I am so much less anxious. My nervous system is completely regulated when I am alone in my home. But it's put me in a catch 22 because I do miss the company of people and I want to learn how to keep myself calm when I am out with people. God love people. Anyway, so I volunteer at a place here in my little village, my little town, that feeds the hungry, and they provide a thrift shop so people can go in and for a very low price, they can change their wardrobe. Well, I told earlier this story when I first came on, but because I volunteer there, I get to see the stuff first. Can you imagine? Anyway, a wealthy man came in to donate his wife's clothing. Now, she was like a size 1. Her little leggings would fit on my finger. I'm just exaggerating a tiny bit, but she wore size 0 on the bottom, which I can't even imagine. But she had a whole bag of sweaters, 6 beautiful sweaters, and 3 beautiful jackets. I tried one on after another, and the ladies who were volunteering with me, Barbara and Wanda, we were all just enjoying it so much. And they were kept saying, these clothes are perfect for you, Catherine. And I thought, okay, whenever I go to the store, I don't want to come home with too much stuff. Even if it's priced at $1, if I don't need it, I don't want to waste my money. So I took up that whole bundle of clothing to the front of the store, and I said, listen, I need to know what the damage is here. What is it going to cost me to buy all this? And you know what the lady said, guys? $5. She charged me $5 for 6 sweaters and 3 jackets. And I'm telling you, I cried because that is spirit taking care of me. Well, there we had a lunch afterwards. I got to meet the director. Her name is Jocelyn. She's a very wonderful woman. And come to find out, she asked her coworker to ask me something. I'm sorry to make this long story, but it's so fun for me, guys. But Bailey came up to me and she said, listen, don't get mad at me, but Jocelyn wants to ask for me to ask you a question. Okay. So please don't get mad at me. And I thought, what in the world? So I looked at Bailey and she said, how old are you? And I thought, well, yeah, some people don't like to be asked about their age, but I wouldn't be angry. So I said 73. And she said, well, I just want to let you know that Jocelyn wants to play matchmaker. What? It shocked me and scared me a little bit because put your money where your mouth is, right? I haven't been asking for romance, but I would love to put some platonic friendships with men who are interesting, educated, and intelligent and fun to hang out with. And so for that woman, Jocelyn, we didn't even converse, but there was something about my energy that made her think of someone. And I'm only saying that to you guys because that can happen for you. And again, goosebumps are flowing over my body right now. We never know how spirit is going to bring love. And it could come in just regular friendships because you know what? Wanda and Barbara were so fun to work with. Susan, another volunteer. All of a sudden, I have this little community and I'm really enjoying it. A lot of laughter. How many times have I told you guys over time that we really need to volunteer? We need to volunteer. It helps us get back into contact with other loving beings. So, with that story, thank you for listening. I try not to go TMI, about my own private stuff, except that it was a remarkable example of manifestation when that lady said, my friend is a matchmaker and she may know somebody, for Pete's sake. Anyway, so I love this card. So, collective, if you're here, no accident. If you have not hit the thumbs up yet, do it now because you want to be in the Rainbow Reviver energy. The Rainbow Reviver. This is what I feel is like what happened to me over the last couple years. I have been totally enjoying my single life, guys. I have met wonderful people. I've traveled. I lived in Mexico for a while. I lived on the West Coast. Now I'm over here in Tennessee. Being alone in the world is not a curse. I have had tons of amazing experiences on this rainbow road that Spirit has placed me on. The polka dots on her dress are all about playfulness and fun. And people who are looking for love, often we think mistakenly that once that person comes, well, then I'm going to be so happy. Once my friendships are more holistic, then I am going to be enjoying my life more. If this happens, then no, 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 no. Spirit wants you to know that every square inch of this rainbow road has a blessing for you. Every square inch. That's why I'm using these tiny little sunflower cards for the free reading today, because we need to glimpse glory in the tiniest places. A glimpse of glory. And when I just said that, again, goosebumps all over my body. Glimpse of glory. Join me. Write it down in the comment box, would you? glimpse of glory. Because when you come, glimpse, I got to look up that word, glimpse of glory. It must mean just a little tiny view, right? A glimpse of glory. When you can grasp that in the tiniest way, something happens around your vibration. You become more approachable, you become more attractive, okay? Hi, Celestial. Welcome. Oh, yes, the hermit journey. Were you here when I told that somebody met me and said they want to play matchmaker for me, Celestial? Did you hear that part? I'm like, I know Spirit's calling me out of my hermit mode for sure. No question. I can feel the energy of it. And being out with people for me gives me a chance to test my nervous system. Can I address my anxiety that is just part of how I've grown up? There's a story there. I'm not going to tell it right now, but I have chosen to live in an isolated way. I love living alone. I'm not nearly as anxious when there's no humans in my environment. But spirit is starting to show me, well, that's fine. But we need to tune in to each other's nervous systems. That's why you all are comfortable with me. Our nervous systems are coming into a close relationship. You feel calmer hearing my voice. I feel calmer hearing my own voice. Now, I will tell you, I'm starting a book club very soon because I found a book that teaches how to do this, how to uh, manage your nervous system so that you can become more approachable. So people don't feel anxious around you because you're feeling anxious. So stay tuned. I will be sending out a notice about the book club, and I'm very, very excited because if we can use each other's nervous systems, practice staying in tune, there are completely natural techniques that will calm your nervous system. One of them is tapping. And people who work with me, I call it decluttering, where I can help you declutter your mind from the hurt feelings and all of the garbage that you put up with in the past from people that were supposed to love us, right? So, anyway, Rainbow Reviver. If you're here listening right now, this is your reading. Claim it. There's a glimpse of glory waiting for you around every corner. And so now I will carry on and we're going to do another sunflower for you to add to my garden. Now, you guys, if more of you sign up, I could have these little sunflowers all lined up across. So, can you help me? All you have to do is go to this website right here and you can plant a sunflower in my garden. May I count on you? I hope so. Sign up. There is no charge. Now, if you do want a deep dive right now, you want an instant tarot reading, I'm here. I'm here. I've got my tarot cards right now. And after this reading, after I read for Courtney, I'm going to demonstrate with the tarot on the subject of feeling more love this winter. So if that's something that's true for you, with the collective reading, we are connected, guys. And I know Spirit has a message for you. So don't scroll away yet. All right, moving forward. And we have Courtney. Courtney, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for coming back. Celestial, if you want a reading, go right over there and sign up, manifestfaster.com. And Team Hipsy, you guys may wonder what that's all about. Hipsy is the platform that is housing all of my readings right now, all of my free readings and my paid readings, because they approached me. They asked, could you please join our network? I was so honored because it's so much easier for me. I don't have to keep track of who's in line. They do all that for me. They take care of the ordering and they make it possible for me to send you video readings that I create just for you. And I'm so happy to be part of the team Hipsy. So that's what that's about. All right. So we have Courtney. I know, aren't they cute? I love them. Courtney. Courtney's been here a few times. I so love your energy, Courtney. Thank you for being here. And let me just reach into the jar. Let me reach way down there and pull out a card for you. Aren't these fun? I'm so happy to have them. All right. Courtney, I'm having an unusual feeling, and it's, I feel like spirit is directing me actually to use Palo Santo on your behalf. Now, when I tell you guys I feel spirit is directing me, I don't mean I hear a voice. It's an idea that pops into my head, and I've learned over time just to pay attention. Because when I get an idea, if I pay attention to it, it always pays off. So, Courtney, I'm just feeling there's just some things going on for you. Well, putting it simply, you're carrying somebody else's burden. Somebody in your life, they're having some issues, difficult. And it's really hard for you um, to not be connected. It dysregulates you, right? Like when you think of the person, your anxiety for them or watching them suffer, whatever's going on for you is clinging to you like Velcro. So spirit is here to remind you, you don't have to hold on to any of it. That spirit is very capable of taking care of your person or your situation. All right. Anybody here who's resonating, hit the thumbs up, because you will join your energy here to this collective. And as the ancients taught us, to allow our concerns to lift on the smoke of our offering. Okay. So, Palo Santo, do you own some Palo Santo by chance, or some sage that you use, Courtney? Okay, let's take a look at your message, all Palo Santo'd up. Excellent. Okay, sunflowers bring sunshine wherever they bloom. Okay, so then the message on the jar is bloom your soul. Bloom your soul. And I haven't heard bloom used like that before. I think it's unusual. So, Courtney, number one, you want to look up the number 16. Just Google it and say, what is the spiritual meaning of 16? Now, when this recommendation comes, of course, you can make a choice to do it or not. But I have found that the angel meaning of these numbers is often the frosting on the cupcake, right? It's a treat, an extra little push for you to know how dear you are to spirit. So bloom where you're planted. Sunflowers bring sunshine wherever they bloom. Mystic Christina is here. Look at these little cards, Christina. How fun. Okay, so my friend Courtney, 16 is your mom's favorite number. Okay. So are you concerned about your mom? Is there something in her life? I mean, you don't have to answer here publicly, but I'm just wondering about that, because I just felt that sense of worrying about something that you can't do anything about. And I'm wondering if it has to do with your mom. But at any rate, remember that sunflowers bring the sunshine. So where you are, Courtney, you are noticed. You have a radiance about you. Your charisma is strong. And sometimes that can be problematic, because you can attract people that are attracted to your energy that aren't good for you. Okay. So when you go places where you feel like you don't fit, because that can happen sometimes, you just sense that, wait, I don't fit here. Claim your natural sunflower energy. Know that your presence is the sun for a lot of people. When you do go places, it's no accident that you're noticed. There's a call on your life. I don't know what it is, but there is something about you that spirit is, if spirit is not using it now, it's in development, because wherever you are, the sun is shining. Get it? Great message. So now I'm going to go over and add your sunflower. Now, you guys remember that the sunflower readings are our free offering today. And my goal is to fill my whole garden up here with your requests, because you're so loved deeply. The spirit, the angels, source, God loves you so much. Now, if you want more, I'm here for you. There are 2 instant readings that I'm going to do right now for you live, if you desire. One is an oracle from the True Love reading deck, and that's $4.95. And then if you want me to draw tarot for an instant reading on what you can be looking for when it comes to love in the winter of 2026, I will give you an instant reading right here, right now, live for $11.11. So, with that, let's go and see what's happening here. And Courtney. Okay, so I have a break between. So, let's see, what do I want to do here? Do I want to do a love? Yeah, let me pull a love oracle just for the collective. Okay, so if you are here and you are wondering, what is it that is true love for me as I go forward in 2026? I'm going to pull a card for the collective. And Christina, oh, great. I'd love to read for Christina. Everybody, Christina is a special friend of the channel. We love her so much. Let's all greet her with love by tapping any one of the icons. I just want to honor you, Christina. You have followed me for probably 2 years now, and your energy has been such a blessing for my channel, and thank you for that. I love you. So let's maybe place the ordering link there. If you would like to have a sunflower pulled, please hit that link. And Christina, I hope you don't mind waiting just for a little bit while I draw a love card for the collective. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of love you're looking for. If you look at the thumbnail that I created, the thumbnail is two mittens holding a heart, right? And so the mittens that are holding the heart is I love it. It's symbolic because it's finding warmth in the cold. Finding warmth in the cold. So if you're looking for love, it might be just a close friend, a kindred spirit, somebody that gets you and becomes a buddy of yours. Can you relate? Hit the thumbs up if you're looking for a friend, a platonic friend, okay? And then some of you here, you may be looking for romance. If you're looking for romance, hit the thumbs up. Join the energy here. I can't explain why it works, but it does. The physical gestures that you do toward me connect us. So when you order your reading and I speak to you right here, or if you simply get goosebumps or your mind says, oh my goodness, this reading's for me, that means it's for you. Okay, so for the collective, this is your love oracle today. There you go, intimacy. What a beautiful, beautiful card. I will tell you that for me personally, when I look at this card, I think not for me, thank you very much. I'm just being honest with you because in my lifetime, I have had 2 marriages and neither one of them were easy, but they were important for my life. And I can't say I wish I didn't marry them because I did. And I learned so much. And it's caused me to take a pause and to take a breath and not be with someone for a while, which has served me very, very well. I can tell more about that later. But for those of you looking for romantic love, okay, anyone that's looking for romantic love, this is your message. One of the things that people tell me when they work with me privately and we set up their manifestation plan, they say to me, I want someone emotionally available. In fact, I hear that a lot. Do you want someone emotionally available? Right? So if you want someone emotionally available, guess what? That means you have to be emotionally available. So, this card, when you're longing for intimacy and you're longing to have someone who gets you, someone who will be faithful, someone that would never cheat on you, someone who sees who you really are, it can only happen if you do all that with your own relationship with yourself. And you become so tender with yourself where you put yourself first and you learn how to be fearless. And when you're doing that adjustment, you know how when you first meet someone, you get a crush and your heart's crushing on the person, right? And you kind of lose your mind, and all you want is be with that person right now, right? I want it right now. And yet you are frightened, scared to death of opening your heart again, right? What a tug of war that goes on within you. So don't give up. This is a card of great hope and expectation. But if you're looking to clear the way, or listen, if you wonder, am I really ready for love? There is a reading for you. It's like there's an app for that. Yes, there's a reading for you in my little shop on Hipsy. You can find it at manifestfaster.com. And it says, am I ready for love? And I will pull cards for you. Now, when I do read in the recording readings, you get a video. The video is between you and me. Nobody else sees it. It's quite private. And the nice thing is that you will have energy tools. I will help you declutter your imagination from the hurt feelings from the past. And you can listen to it as many times as you want. Okay. So if you're scared, I don't blame you. I mean, Christina, I have to tell you, Friday, somebody met me and they only greeted me and said hello, basically. I mean, there was nothing much more than that. And she told her colleague that she wants to play matchmaker with me, Christina. And Christina, you know how resolutely single I am and have been. I was shocked because I did not ask for that or see it coming. And so it even scared me a little bit because I do love living alone. However, does a part of me want more than that? Is there a part of you who wants truly to be connected, but you don't know how to get here? It's like, how do I ever open myself to this kind of vulnerability again? If this is you, get a reading. I can do it today, a tarot reading for you. It's very low price compared to anything else that I offer. And that's the benefit of being here live with me. Now I can hear Murphy. I need to close the door. Hold on. Murphy, come here. Murph, come on. Okay, I'm just going to close the door. Okay, come on in. Yes, you can be in here. Let me put something on the floor for you to lie on. Here you go. Here's a little blanket. Okay, come on, Murph. Come on over. Come on the blanket. Good boy. Aw. Okay, anyway, where was I? Taking a doggy break. All right, so Christina, time to pull a card for you. And let me grab my sunflowers. Thank you guys for helping me. I really want to get sunflowers all the way across. Okay, can you do it? Can you help me? I hope so. And Christina, thank you for helping me in my garden today. Okay, this might be my favorite free offering so far. I think I've done 33 live streams since I joined the Hipsy platform, and it's been so fun, you guys. Thank you for being here. Okay, Christina, I can feel myself babbling. Okay, here we are. Okay. Aw. Oh, this is perfect for you. Okay, so your number is the number 50. So the key for today is to use Google, our favorite spiritual tool of the moment, and just look up what is the spiritual meaning of the number 50. Okay, because I believe there's a special message for you there. In fact, I know it to be true. Now, 5 and 0 added together, of course, is the number 5. And so there's some conflict going on. And I feel like when you mentioned about wanting to explore what is ahead for you when it comes to receiving love from spirit, because after everything you've been through, certainly spirit knows better than anyone. You, spirit is your friend. Spirit knows you, has been watching you the last couple years, and understands the need to move slow. Now, Christina, I mentioned before you arrived today, I'm going to be teaching through a book club. And the book club, the book I found is all about learning how to regulate your nervous system, how to stay calm in the presence of a loved one, right? To how to keep centered no matter what happens. It's a fantastic book and it's practical. There, I can't wait to start. So you're on the top of my list. I'll let you know when the book club is going to be happening. I'm going to be doing it in a format where it doesn't matter where you live all around the world. You're going to be able to communicate with me on your time zone. I'm going to be using voice notes so we can talk with one another through technology because somebody who's in Sweden is not on the same time zone as somebody in Toronto or somebody in Hong Kong. And we do have to figure out a way how to meet together to make our magic happen in 2026. So over to you. Don't dim your light to fit in. Christina, this is your message for 2026. It's so important that you honor who you were created to be. Your quirkiness is what people love about you. And sometimes the people you lose are the people who understand you the best. And then you can feel like, okay, well, there's nobody else. You know, I'm sure nobody will ever treat me like that person did. And you have to remember that even your closest people who are not here right now, they were just a shadow of spirit. I mean, the love you feel from a human is the size of this teeny tiny card. Okay, this is a great. If you think of a regular sunflower, they're huge. They can grow 10 feet tall, right? And the flower is as big as a plate. And here I'm holding this itty bitty card, tiny little glimpse. And were you here before when I used the term glimpse of glory? I feel like that term, I'm going to write it in here again, glimpse of glory, because it's the glimpses, it's the tiny little glimmers of spirit that are going to be so important for us when we're climbing back out of grief, right? When we're climbing out of sadness and grief and disappointment, we have to grasp at those glimpses of glory. That's like a tongue twister, grasp glimpses of glory. But it's true because that's these baby breadcrumbs that spirit leaves to us and for us all the time if we can only just recognize it, okay? Biggest hug to you. Understand that if you have a friend who, like you have a friend that's just coming back, the message is clear. Don't dim your light to fit in with somebody who's not at your vibe. Okay. Love, 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 but limit, limit, limit. Sometimes you can only spend 15 minutes with some people because it just dysregulates your nervous system. Isn't that true? You begin to feel that anxiety and feeling really uncomfortable versus when you're with someone that's an uplifter, you feel lightness. You may even feel the goosebumps because you're with somebody who's in a matching energy to you. Okay, so just walk cautiously, Christina. The conflict that you're feeling, ex best friend, that sounds conflicting. So do just keep leaning in to what you know works. Neurographic art, girl, right? There's so much I want to talk about. That's why I'm going to teach in a book club upcoming because these live readings are somewhat limited in what I can get into. But I do, once we get that book club started, all of us are going to make tremendous progress. I will find, oh, you know what? Let me just add my email here if for those of you who may want information about the book club. Okay, pattern breaker tarot at gmail.com. If you're interested in book club, that would be the easiest way for me to keep you informed when it's going to be. I will be talking about it, of course. I'll probably make a little short video and put it out also just so you all know when it's happening, what the book is, and why you might want to join. If you're looking for love this winter, you want to join this book club because if you don't feel safe, if there's a part of you that does not feel safe with another human, your beautifully designed personality will create a block, a wall, or an ocean between another human and you. Once we learn to solve that problem of feeling safe with people that are outside our comfort zone, everything changes. Okay. So if you're interested in joining the book club, do let me know. All right. So moving forward, and Christina, you dreamt about, okay, come on, isn't that wild? Christina dreamt of sunflowers last night, and little did she know she would be part of my sunflower garden this morning. That's how we know Spirit is paying attention, wouldn't you say, Christina, through our dreams? Thank you guys so much. All right, let's take a peek here. Renata is here. Hey, Renata, welcome. Did you say hi to me? I know you've, oh yes, I know you have a different channel name. And so if I missed you, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Renata. Oh yeah, it's the magic. Yes, yes, yes. And it says, if it's magic. Yes, I just wasn't used to it. Welcome, Renata. I'm so glad that you're here. Aren't you enjoying the little sunflowers? I'm having so much fun with them. Okay, so I'm going to do a Renata's sunflower, and then I'm going to be demonstrating a tarot reading for a deep dive in the idea is around how to experience more love for yourself this winter. It could be familial love that's restored. It could be a healing in your family. It could be attracting a brand new friend that surprises and shocks you with how well you guys fit together. Or it could be a love interest. Whatever is your particular area of desire, the tarot will be speaking to you. And I'm going to do that right after Renata's um, sunflower. So here's my little jar. Let's reach in here. Did you? Oh, yes. Man, I just got hit with a burst of goosebumps when you said that about a field of sunflowers. It is spectacular, isn't it? And you know, one of the cool things about sunflowers is that they turn their heads to face the sun as it goes all day. And there is a solar place, I should take a video of it. There's a place that has, I would say, 10 to 15 big solar screens that are as big as, they're huge. And they're designed to follow the sun across the sky. And I wonder if whoever invented them learned that idea from sunflowers. I'll bet you they did, because that sunflower naturally knows to follow the bleeping sun. That's all we need to do. So, Renata, that is the first part of your message. No matter what's going on, turn your face to the sun, to the light of spirit. And it's Sunday. Duh. Yeah, right? A reminder. And one of the early readings today, Renata, we had a card about even if the sun is, even when you can't see the sun, you know it is still there. And so I'm reminding you of that when you're on the job, or when you're with your family, or approaching dating, or whatever it is that you're doing. There will be times in the shade. There will be times when you don't understand what to do because you're not seeing clearly. That's the same as a cloudy day. And so as you look in the mirror and speak to yourself and say, look, even though I'm not so sure right now, I'm finding, excuse me, even though I don't know how, I'm seeing clarity right now. Even though I don't know how, I am believing the sun is there for me right now. The ancient people worshiped the sun, didn't they? And I know that's high interest for you, Renata. Do you guys know that Renata's name means reborn, rebirth? And I love that, because we have that chance to birth ourselves over and over again into new realities of who we are, when we are meeting our potential, when we are broadcasting to the universe our highest and best aspects, the very best of your personality being amplified so that you attract the right friends, the right lovers, and the right family relationships. Renata, let's see what your message is. Wherever life plants you, bloom like a sunflower. Your number is the number 58. So do Google 58 ask Spirit to show you the significance of that number. Doreen Virtue did create a book. It's called Angel Numbers, and it does give wisdom for lots of numbers. I don't know how high it goes, 1 to 1,000, maybe. I'm not sure, but you may want to find that book and add it to your collection. Hey, Janice has arrived. Hi, Janice. Welcome. We are growing a sunflower garden today, Janice. We're using this particular little gift that I received, these beautiful sunflowers. And so I want to grow my sunflower garden all the way across the sign today. And so anybody that signs up for a sunflower reading today, thank you so much, because I do want to finish my garden. Okay, so Renata, I know that in your past, Renata is a private client. We've had quite a few conversations, and I know that in your past, it's rare for you to stick around in certain environments for a long time, right? There's a tendency to become bored or disenchanted and move on. And that's been part of your success, a part of your walk. Renata has a story. Could I tell it? I think you don't mind, about your first apartment. When she was a teenager, she somehow had a mindset she was going to have an apartment. And she started planning for it and collecting things that she would use in the apartment. I think 17 or 18 years old. Isn't that right, Renata? And no matter, and her mom was like not really understanding it. And Renata didn't even understand it herself. She went ahead and just planned, and she had a knowing that she would find the perfect apartment. And as I recall you telling the story, Renata, that you actually were able to talk the landlord into letting you move in without a job. Isn't that true? And so, you guys, Renata now is a mom herself, and she has had a really interesting life. And starting from that early age to see and know that something was going to happen. That's what happens for you when you are in alignment with spirit. There's a sense of excitement. Like, for example, this is what's happening for me right now. You know the feeling when you're going to go on vacation next week, okay? Or next 2 weeks, you're going to go on vacation. You've picked your location and you've bought the package. You know it's happening. And so you get excited. It's vacation is coming, and you have this excitement. You don't get angry that it's not coming faster. You just get more and more anticipatory joy the closer it comes. And that's kind of what Renata did naturally without even knowing what she was doing. So, what this is showing is that spirit honors that about you, Renata. Wherever you go, you are influential. You have more charisma than you know. You have more natural radiance of joy than you know. But sometimes when you're in certain places, it's like a cloud is following you around. You're not seen correctly. And then when people respond to you in a way that feels cold or disconnected, it's troublesome. However, you carry the sun wherever you go, and wherever you plant yourself, you will attract attention. And I think you're expecting that. I hope so, because remember how the sunflower follows the sun across the sky. Well, people are like that also. When they feel that sun energy in you, when they feel your joy and who you are, they will be attracted to you. Okay. So wherever life plants you, bloom, girl, and which you have done across your life, and you're going to be continuing to do so. So, Janice, welcome. And yes, 58. So, Janice is 58 years old. So, isn't that something? She just tunes in this minute, and there her age is mentioned. So, I think that's cool. Janice, be sure to register for a sunflower. Okay. Here, let me put the link so you know right where to go. Anybody who's watching me right now, our goal of today, you guys can help me with my goal. My goal is to have enough sunflowers to overflow the garden. And we're moving right along. How 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them so far. Yay. I love you guys so much for playing these games with me. So as we Use the sunflower deck to just remind ourselves that we need to bloom where we are planted. If you want to be loved deeply, you want someone to get you, you want someone that's faithful, that hangs around for a while, that doesn't go running off. Somebody is your ride and die. Somebody who, when they say, "How was your day?" they actually want to listen to you. That's who doesn't want that in a friend or lover. And that's why we're here today. Now, if you want an instant reading from me, this is the easiest and most cost effective way, where I draw tarot for you personally at $11.11. If that's within the scope of what you can do this morning, do yourself a favor and grab a tarot reading. What I'm going to do right now is just demonstrate what can be told when the tarot is opened on the topic of how would I manage to find love? How would I manage to find love this winter? And reminding Valentine's Day is on its way. For the last several years, I have celebrated Galentine's Day, where I get together with some gals and celebrate true love of friendship. But Valentine's Day can be hard for some people because of being alone. And I get that, especially if you've been waiting a long time to have love show up. So, what are you here for? Is it relationship? Is it a restoration of a family person? What is it that you want to know right now that would help you find the love that you're looking for? In the thumbnail, I have that picture of the gloves or the mittens holding the snowball shaped heart. And so it's not necessarily a romance that we're wanting. Sometimes it's a deep platonic friendship with someone who gets us. And intellectually, there's a lot of intellectual chemistry, right? There's so many things that these readings can pull. This one also might be for that family restoration. Has there been heartbreak between siblings or between parent and child? Who knows? All right, let's take a look and see what the cards are. Two of Swords. Well, look at that. That's so interesting. As she's holding these cards, they're too close to her eyes to see them, right? They're acting like a mask. And yet she's in a game and she's holding those cards to her face. Very interesting. I'm not sure what I make of that. So I'm going to just use the rest of the cards to tell the story. Let's see, what's next to add? This, by the way, I just want to share that this deck has become very meaningful to me, the Wake Me Up Tarot, because we do need to wake up to what is stopping us. Why are we stalled? Why are we stalled? What do we need to wake up? And here, oh, Two of Cups. Wow. Okay. Whenever there's synchronicity like that, like two twos showing up together, it's always significant. We don't know for sure yet. Let's pull the rest of the cards. The Hanged Man. This is good. This is really good. And now, as I love to do, I'm going to pull the card that's at the bottom of the deck. This is what you're not seeing. Now, remember, this is a good reading. Remember, to claim the energy, all you need to do is to just say that I claim this. Many times when I am doing a reading, somebody in the viewership will say, "It sounds like you're talking directly to me." That's not an accident. It's because birds of a feather flock together, and that the truth is that those of you who enjoy my channel, it's as if your nervous system is tuning in with mine. Our nervous systems are supporting one another. The calmness that you feel when you listen is what I am feeling. And so as you come into tune, this can happen with a lot of sources. Sometimes it's music. You'll put a certain music on and it just brings you into alignment and your nervous system calms itself down. So there's no accident that many of you guys come back time and again. I totally appreciate it. Hi, Linda. So this is a demo reading, Linda, because I'm available to pull cards for you personally. It's available at manifestfaster.com. But the main focus of today is the sunflower messages. And the sunflowers are messages that are called Bloom Your Soul. Bloom your soul. What does that mean? Well, there's a whole bunch of messages from spirit in here. And my goal is to complete my garden. I want these sunflowers to go all the way across, and y'all are helping me out. So if you'd like to help me grow my garden, plus get a sunflower message, all you have to do is fill out that website. Now, here, let's do the story. I would say this is generally a romance reading. So, any of you, or if you know somebody, you can share this, but any of you who really want romance this winter, Valentine's Day is coming, and it would make your soul sing to have met someone special before Valentine's Day. Okay, I get it. I hear you, and Spirit hears you. So, this is the core, your core desire right now. They are coming into an intimate and interdependent relationship. Interdependent, meaning nobody leans too hard on the other, that this relationship is even. Both people aware of who they are, wherever your values are, you want someone that reflects your values, right? Whatever is important to you, you want someone important in that same area. This is what is in your forecast this winter. What could go wrong? Let's take a look at these two cards because you're surrounded by what I would call process cards. Okay, so that shows me that you're not quite as ready for love as you think you are. Now, I will direct you if you want more information. There are some readings located at my website where I can record a video for you and pull cards specifically from spirit to see if you're ready for love. I would love to do that for you so that you can navigate these tricky waters. Number one, fear of making a mistake. This Two of Swords, it's her turn to play. It's everyone's waiting. The whole game is waiting. Spirit is saying, I'm waiting for you to figure out how to get over yourself. You have been hurt. May have been cheated on. You have had relationships that were deeply unsatisfying. Can anybody relate? Can you relate? Who's broken your heart? Who has hurt your feelings? There's something going on in the past that's blinding you. You're not even giving yourself a chance. You're blind. Now, look at here. Can you see the sun coming across all those cards? The shadow and the sun existing together. Your personality has two sides, the more wonderful side that we all love, and then the snarky side, right? The part of you you're not proud of, the part of you that you lay in bed at night and you think, why do I keep doing that? I would rather wait. I would rather just wait until I'm sure. And yet, Spirit says you got to play the cards. You've got to play the cards. You've got to reach down and lay your cards on the table. What does that mean? Be clear. Be crystal clear. What is it you want in your partnership? Now, one of the easiest things to do, you guys, is to grab a piece of paper and write down, make a column in the middle and write down all of the things that were disappointing about your past love relationships. Write down if you were he cheated, she spent too much time on her cell phone, he put his mother first, and I always wanted to be first. She lied to me. Write down every bad thing. Just do an audit. And then on the other side of the paper, it becomes very easy to write what you prefer. If the person always lied to you, the other side of the preference sheet would say, they are honest with me. They have integrity. So you can create a list of what you want. And now in January 2026, it's time. Now, if you need help, I'm here for you. I do live readings. I'm available for live readings just about every day. And there are plenty of readings in my little shop at Hipsy where you can engage my services and I can help you understand how to move this energy. And then look what we have down here. I mean, all of this swirling doubt that's around you. Can you relate? I want love, but I want to be loved, but if you don't feel safe, you will subterfuge, you will destroy relationships right at the start. This Four of Cups, look at that. Spirit is bringing something, and she's so exhausted and sick of everything, she can't see it. She can't see it. This is so important because this shows that part of you, not all of you, but part of you is just doubtful that it could ever happen for you. And there's part of you is really tired of trying. Okay. So is there good news here? Absolutely. Because the promise of someone coming in is at the center of this reading. So, in spite of yourself, in spite of your fear, there is someone coming this year for you. I feel confident about it. But you do need a process to prepare yourself. Personally, I'm happy to work with clients. I've done it over 20 years. Janice is here. Janice, how well did it work for you to take care of all of this? What happened for you after you started to deal and look at yourself more clearly? Can you just put a couple of sentences in there and tell the people what happened? Janice and I started working together about 15 years ago, and lately we've been working a lot in the last couple years. But many years ago, when I met her, she was single and really didn't know if any love would happen. And so I'm just going to leave a blank spot so that Janice can pop in here. Yeah, she found a husband, and he is absolutely a perfect match for her. Not easy, not even close to easy, but someone who gets her and is devoted to her. And it took time to get there. But Janice, wasn't it true that you had to take off the mask? You had to believe in yourself. You had to stop looking at the past and all the drama and the empty cans and all the crap that happened in your early life. And you had to make that decision to get up and try again, right? All of it is true. So please don't be distressed. If you related to this reading, it's not bad news at all. It's good news. And I will tell you, if you're a regular at my live streams, I continually teach this stuff. I have over 3,000 videos online. Isn't that something? Anyway, most of them are like these little victory vitamins. They're tiny little lessons about how to find peace of mind and how to feel more loved. And I appreciate you guys who watch my little videos. It means the world to me. Okay, so Janice. Now, if y'all are here and you want to help me, my goal of today is to finish my garden. I only need a few more sunflowers before our time is done. And the easiest way to help me is to pop on. These are live for you right now at no charge. You can get your little sunflower. I wish I had a sunflower emoji here that we could use to shoot up, like I'm shooting up these hearts. It would be so fun if I could shoot up a sunflower. But I cannot do that right now. Murphy, you're a good boy. Yes. Murphy's greeting you. He came up to me wagging his tail. So hello from Murphy. Okay, Janice. Janice. Her mom named her Janice because it's French and beautiful. And so I like to say it the Frenchy way, Janice. Okay. So Janice, right now, gosh, hold on, I have to have a drink. I'm not drinking. I'm drinking water. That sounded funny. Janice, I'm definitely feeling a lot of pressure in my upper chest. In fact, somebody else listening right now, if you're aware, if you're feeling like a jam of energy in your bottom of your throat, the top of your chest, I'm feeling that. And so, Janice, I'm going to just grab my Palo Santo. This might not be for you, it might be for someone else who's just tuned in. You know how you get those little burpees in the back of your throat? It's not like a real belch, but there's like this burpee. I'm feeling that because it's my symbol that somebody has a hard time speaking their truth in love, and the throat chakra might be involved. So I'm just feeling drawn to light up the Palo Santo. And anybody that's here right now, if it's hard for you to tell your truth because you don't want to hurt their feelings, you don't want to disappoint them, it's easier if you keep your truth to yourself. If you feel that way, put your hand up on your chest right now and just ask Spirit with this smoke of the Palo Santo to lift that burden of fear of speaking truth. Just lift that burden. Janice, I don't know if it's you today. It doesn't matter. Is there somebody here that it's risky, isn't it? If you speak your truth, there's a risk. And Spirit wants you to know that it's a figment of your imagination. There is no risk. You just are fooled. You're deceived that there's risk there. Okay, Janice. So I'm going to tell you guys something. Just those of you who are here, I just want to be vulnerable with you for a second. Because I live in a very religious place, I struggle here a little bit feeling connected because of my work. The tarot readings and the teachings that I do about these energetic tools are not welcome in the born again Christian realm. I taught Bible study for over 20 years, so I know that to be true. But Spirit has given me a challenge to take a risk. And so I'm speaking it here because as I did the Palo Santo, I felt the energy for myself. I'm going to choose one of the Christians here that I feel really a kinship with, that even though the way they talk about God and the way they believe is different from me right now, I'm going to take a chance and tell one of those friends about my work. I don't know for sure which person it will be, and I don't know what will happen. My fear is that they will no longer be my friend. And yet I feel like Spirit wants me to take that risk. So I tell that story in case there's anybody else here listening that you're feeling you wish you could tell. I wish I could tell them that, but I just can't. Okay, let's take a look, Janice. Janice. Okay, so this is number 17. Number 17. So you will want to look up the angel meaning of 17. I believe it has a message for you, Janice. And your message is healing isn't linear, and that's okay. Janice, because Janice is a client of mine for years now, and we have unspoken communication at this point. The cards always open up quickly for her, and she trusts the guidance that she receives from them. And so, one of the things about you that I love, Janice, is your spreadsheets, right? Janice loves spreadsheets. They make her feel safe and comfortable. And when she uses spreadsheets as her to plan things and to accomplish things, things go much more smoothly for her. Unfortunately, her husband is probably the opposite. There couldn't be a person more opposite of spreadsheets. Isn't that true, Janice? That your husband does not function with any sort of spreadsheet mentality. And so, this is an important message for you today because, unfortunately, healing does not fit very well on a spreadsheet. It just doesn't. Healing comes in shocking, surprising ways. Finding something valuable that you didn't plan on finding. Have you ever found a substantial amount of money? Have you ever been gifted something out of the blue? For me personally, what happened on Friday, where I was able to receive 6 sweaters and 3 jackets of beautiful, practically brand new designer clothing for $5. I mean, I did not see that coming. It would not have been on a spreadsheet. Now, how do we make spreadsheets when we're manifestors? Well, how about vision boards, right? How about, in fact, I just have to run and grab something because I want to share it. Hold on. Murphy, can you promise to be quiet if I let you out? No barking. Vision boards are very fun to make. Any kind of intentions that you're creating, all of the manifesting games that we play, they're fun. I mean, it's fun. If it stops being fun, you need to find a different way. So far in January, what I committed to was to write down daily intentions, and then in the nighttime go back and note whether they manifested or not. This is my plan. And so I had just a regular notebook I got at the dollar store. And then I decided to make a collage, I wanted to do a vision board for the cover of the book, but I couldn't find pictures that suited. So I was drawn. I picked up a magazine here in Tennessee and I found this phrase and I thought, I'm going to use the phrase. So look at my vision. This is my log. This is what came up. And when I decorated this book, it lifted my spirits 100%. This is not linear in any way. Collages are magical that way because it's making beauty out of disorder. And then I just want to show you the back. Okay, so just take a look at all that. This really is my heart. And it's my heart for my channel and for my clients. And so there are ways that we can blend our ideas together. Now, one of the most wonderful things that manifested for me was a cruise, a free cruise. I'm not even kidding. There was a lady who was older. She was my age. It was a long time ago. But she was celebrating her 70th birthday, and her son wanted to send her on a cruise. And so he had met me. I bought a car from him, a used car. And he remembered me and he called me. He said, I want to send you on a cruise with my mom. She hasn't had a vacation in 10 years. She's been taking care of her husband, which was not his dad. It was his stepdad, who was in a treatment center for Alzheimer's for 10 years. And Gloria was such a loving wife. She went nearly every day to feed him. And her son just was so blessed by her kindness. And she said he wanted to send her on a cruise. He said, Catherine, I want you to go with her because she's never vacationed and she'll be terrified. And I said, well, Charlie, I don't have that kind of budget. He said, no, you don't understand. It makes me get emotional every darn time. And said, you don't understand. I'm going to pay for your cruise. Well, you guys, what do you say? I didn't put that on my vision board. I didn't make an affirmation up that said, please bring me a cruise. It was part of my dreams coming true because of getting myself to the point where I wasn't so darn anxious anymore. When I was able to regulate my own nervous system. I had a trauma when I was a baby that affected my whole life, and I've had anxiety that I've dealt with, but there are tools. We don't need to stay locked into the things that kept us small in the past. And so for you, my darling Janice, for you, my darling, your step of freedom is to allow yourself to not need linear. Even though I don't know how, I'm setting myself free from linear thinking right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm learning to live less linear right now, right? And so as you release yourself from your dependence on the spreadsheets, you're going to have so many healing opportunities that are really going to come out of the blue. They're going to change you. Okay, super exciting. Now, later on today, please text me the meaning of the number 17 because I am assigning that as homework for you, my dear Janice. because I want to know the significance of that number. Now I have room for like one, maybe four more flowers. So you guys, if you're here right now and you want to help me finish my little garden, I hope that you will register right now so that I can pull a card just for you. Okay, let me put the address in here one more time. And then I'm going to draw a true love oracle card for the collective. If I can pull for you a sunflower, please register right there. Okay. There's lots of little messages in here. Don't miss your opportunity. Okay. Moving forward, back over to the oracle. Every time you come to a live reading, there will always be three choices for the readings. A couple of them are paid readings for an instant reading that is more deeper and more personal. So the True Love Oracle, it's $4.99, and I will draw from the Oracle deck for you. And if you would like a tarot reading, oops, well, this one just decided that's the one that needs to be pulled. The tarot is here for you today. Also, you receive a 4-card reading for just $11.11. And if that sounds like something that would give you more than just a little sunflower, I'm here for you. Let's see what the True Love Oracle has for us. Worthiness. This is interesting. I'm glad this card. Now, note that this card dropped out of the deck. I am a reader who honors when cards fly out of the deck. Some readers just put them back in to the deck, and sometimes they come out again. But for me, I have allowed myself to believe that spirit tapping me on the shoulder and saying, this is the card for our people right now. Now, I can't help but noticing how the sun is starting to creep into the picture over here, because I have myself shaded because the cards get harder to see when they have sun striping them. And so I'm just going to I'm going to change my environment a little bit. Hold on. Because I can adjust my environment. And so the very first the very first part of the story I want to say about this worthiness message is that it's about adjusting and adapting. Okay. I have never met a person, I've never met a human who hasn't gone through the turmoil of feeling unworthy. Let me say that again. I'm 73. I've been a teacher most of my life, starting in high school when my friends would ask my advice. Isn't that hilarious? I didn't know about the cards then. I'm sure I would have been using them. But all over all these decades and through Christianity and through spirit knowledge now, I have never met a human who didn't go through a chapter of unworthiness. It's just part of it. It's part of it. And as I look at this image, and you might want to take a screenshot of this, if you have struggled with worthiness issues, I invite you to take a screenshot because this beautiful card's message, look at how loving she is looking at her reflection. I can feel it. I can feel softness. And I'm going to remind you, I know I'm sure there's not anyone here who was here when I started the reading an hour and a half ago, but I want to show you, those of you who are visiting right now, I want to show you the theme of today's reading, because the theme of all the readings today was about the divine feminine. It was about learning to receive, learning to appreciate the divinity within us that has feminine energy, particularly important for women because we need to learn to receive. And many times life has dealt cards where we're doing all the producing. We're actually doing way too much producing for other people, and we don't even remember how to receive. That's where worthiness comes in because some people feel unworthy to receive. So, as we go through the mission to receive more love in 2026, hopefully by the end of the month, we will feel a difference. So, we have a brand new Valentine's experience where spirit brings us a new contact of some type so that we really feel our worthness. I took the I out of worthiness and I say worthness. Your worth, to know that you're worth something. I am worth something. That's so important. So, using the mirror, super important. If you're receiving this message, stand in front of the mirror and say, look yourself in the eye and say, even though I don't know how, I see my worth right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm feeling much more worthy now. Even though I don't know how, Spirit is showing me my worth right now. I don't know how these affirmations work when I look in the mirror and say these things. Something about the rhyme is good, and something about the idea that we don't need to know how to have things work. Janice, thank you. The angel number 17 is full of wisdom, spiritual growth, sweet success, and divine guidance. For those who have the fortune of seeing this intuitive number show up, take it as a sign from your angels. Goosebumps. Isn't that great? I hope each of you that have gotten your reading, I hope you go look up your number. And if you want, you could share it here. But Janice, isn't that the perfect message for you, my friend? Okay, who else is going to help me fill my garden? Who's here right now and would love to have me pull a sunflower? I only need maybe 3 more to fill my garden. I see you. I know you just scrolled by. Don't miss the opportunity. Here, I'll show you how. Don't run away. Let me pull a sunflower card for you. It's my pleasure. And then we will finish the garden, although we're doing quite well. I mean, I have a lovely crop. And right now it was just 111:11. Right when I said that, it was all ones all the way across the length of this reading so far. And that is so fun for me. So, who once, going twice. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. So, do take advantage. Find a little piece of sunflower magic for yourself. Meanwhile, let's go back and let's see. Did I just do an oracle? Yeah. Let me demonstrate another tarot reading, because part of the magic is that you did not plan on being this reading today. You had no idea I was even a tarot reader. You've never heard of me before, but you are about to get a reading from Spirit that will get your attention. We're using the tarot today to figure out how we can feel more loved in 2026. What do we need to know? Is it a family relationship that needs restoration? Have you been longing for a really good friend, a soul sister, or a soul brother? Somebody that will help you and you will help them. Somebody to be as a partner with you in manifesting what's going forward. What is, look at, I'm just so picky. I'm going to make sure it all looks good. But anyway, that's what this reading is for. In order to receive, all you do is claim it. So as I start to pull these cards and we're able to see what Spirit has for those of us who are looking for some sort of deepening, some sort of new spark that's coming our way when it comes to love. Let's take a peek. Card number 1 is the 7 of Cups. Lots of choices. Lots of choices and some perfectionism going on. And again, this is the second time this theme has come up in the readings today, fear of making a mistake. Now, this could be true of any of your love relationships, whether it's family, romance, or just friends. But many times we get in our own way. We're so afraid of making a mistake with our situation that everyone else has to walk on eggshells around us. We kind of broadcast this anxiety. And so people feel the anxiety and then they treat us differently. Okay. So let's see what else we have here. And the 4 of Pentacles. Look at that. That tenderness. Okay, so what we're seeing here is that somebody here listening to me, you've been having a choice between career and love. Okay. There's something going on for you. You love your career. You love it. It's so fun. I mean, for me as a reader, I've never done, I feel like I'm doing the work of my lifetime because I've never enjoyed my profession as much as I'm enjoying right now. And I'm a speech therapist by training. I taught golf for 10 years. I have had lots of different teaching opportunities, but doing this work right now, it's really fulfilling for me. I do love my work. So I'm wondering, is your love for your career interfering with your love life? And do you feel like it's impossible because you don't want to have to choose? You might even be annoyed or angry that you think that you have to choose between love and work. Okay, again, very specific reading for someone watching. And we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so what we're seeing clearly here is that something is not right. The energy that is split between your profession and your love life is significant, and it's getting less satisfactory. Your work life is getting less satisfying. The love, and really the love of the money, the Four of Pentacles is a very cautious card in terms of how people use their money, but it does seem like there is this conflict going on for you where the love of your job, the need to be financially independent, you have achieved a lot with your profession, but you're feeling lonely. There's a part of you that's really wanting to be connected. That part of you is going to be empowering your next couple of months, because sitting back and finding balance, just stop working so hard for a minute and sit back and relax and really honor yourself with an audit. How badly do you want to be loved? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to adjust your career time? You may be a person who puts in 60-hour weeks, right? Because you love what you do, but where does your loved one fit in? This looks like it's impossible to choose. It's not. There's a part of you, I call it your inner being, the part of you that is soul connected, where spirit speaks to you. And spirit is calling you, yes, you, today. Stop. Put all your work aside for a minute and just ponder, what would be the cost really to choose your love life? Would you lose that much business momentum? Do you have time to separate yourself from your career to pursue love? Now, the bottom of the deck always brings us what we're not seeing. So let's turn the card and see. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so if you were my private client, I would be giving you some specific homework to do about developing your desire for love. Because with this Knight of Cups here, what you're not seeing is that spirit is preparing something for you. I could absorb this reading for myself privately, which is kind of hilarious because I do love my career. There's no time for love for me. And I feel like spirit is asking you this energy. So we have this energy over here on the career part and the love life going towards the future. There's a part of you who needs love and is knocking at the door. It's like this bell. There's part of you that is trying to get your attention. How does that show up? Just kind of feeling a little uncomfortable, just wondering, could something else be there for me that I'm not seeing? That sort of thing. And so, yes, Spirit is saying, yes, you're right. There is something else that you're needing in your life, and that is some kind of loving connection. This could be a virtual connection, it could be just a good friend, but there's a place in you that is unsatisfied and discontent. And no matter how much time you put in with your profession, it will never fulfill what is here. This Knight of Cups is why I say that. This is romance with a capital R. So it does look like there is a love interest coming for you. And if you're tired of spending Valentine's Day alone, what steps can you take to be able to balance out your life balance, excuse me, balance your life so that you have as much playtime, as much recreation and self care as you do with professional time, the time you spend on your profession, to really prioritize time off and exploring this part of yourself, your dreams outside of work. Okay. Now, I do offer, first of all, right here on the reading, I can pull cards for you personally. You can order your reading right here at Manifest Faster. It's $11.11 for me to pull tarot for you today. But if you're here and you would just like to have a tiny message, please take advantage. I am giving away our Bloom Your Soul readings today. You can tell that many people have stepped in for their message today, and my goal is to fill my little garden. I have a couple of spots left. So if you're here just watching for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And then switching back over to this reading, there are readings available in my store on Hipsy, which is right over there, Manifest Faster. That's where my platform is. And I do have a couple of readings about getting ready for love. They're video readings so that you will have them to watch over and over again. So bookmark manifestfaster.com. And when you have time, do go over and grab one of those readings so that we can maximize your love potential for 2026. Okay, anyone else here? We're just past 2 hours and I think I'm getting ready to close, but I want to make sure that there's no one here who wants to have a sunflower reading before you leave. So if you would like me to pull a little blessing for you, all you have to do is hit Manifest Faster. I would absolutely love to greet you and meet you with a card reading. So it's just, it's kind of a reading, but it's a message. So you are, if you're here and you would like to have me pull a card for you, just let me know. And then otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close today with one more oracle from the True Love deck so that you leave this message knowing Spirit loves you. There's no accident that you're here with me today. If you don't have time to have a sunflower, that's okay. I'll be back next Sunday. We will have our another live where I will offer another free little tidbit for you. And right now, let's pull from the True Love reading cards for those of you who remain. What is it that Spirit has for you? To join the energy of this reading, all you need to do is hit the thumbs up and you will be connected. Okay. What does, you know what? I'm going to pull from the bottom of the deck. It's been helping us all day. This is what we're not seeing. This is the final message from Spirit for my friends today. Let's see what we have. Maturity. What a perfect close. So what we know for sure is that you have angels and guides that never take their eyes off you. Never. They are right behind you, holding your back. They're making sure that you're okay. And you might say, well, that can't be true because I had that terrible breakup, or that can't be true. My sister won't even talk to me. There's nothing there where I have any evidence that Spirit is with me. Well, it's just the same as it would be on a rainy day. When you go outside, you don't think to yourself, the sun does not exist. You just can't see it, right? And so that's what this message is. The maturity you need is to realize you are supported by Spirit. And even though a part of your mind may not believe it, a part of your mind might deny it, the truth is Spirit led you here to hear my words right now. Spirit has your back. And the more you process what it is you exactly want, the more you take care to only focus on what it is that you most truly want to happen right now, the more your spirit team will be rising up and providing for you. Okay. And the last thing I want to say is I believe it breaks Spirit's heart. If Spirit's heart could be broken, the idea that we don't know how loved we are is heartbreaking for Spirit, in the way that they're right there for us. And I think spiritual heartbreak is something I have to think about, because I don't think about Spirit being heartbroken. But I do know that when the spirits and angels, and when Source sees our suffering and sees that our own choices are breaking our own hearts, they just recognize how much of an underachiever we are. And they're just our constant cheerleaders to say, you can do this, you can do it, you can do it, whatever you're facing. Don't be afraid. So if you need a reading, you know where I am. You can go to Manifest Faster at all times. Now that I am alive, it's always convenient to grab a quick reading. But I'm over there with a variety. I think I have 16 different readings that you can order, where you can receive a recording that will help you deal with whatever it is that's troubling you. Okay. So go forth and prosper, my dear friends. Have a wonderful week. I look forward to greeting you again next Sunday, when we'll have another live stream, and we will allow Spirit to speak through the cards to our hearts. I love you guys. See you next time. Bye now.